Hello! Alright, this video is going out a little bit later than I would have liked it to, but I've had a crazy week, so I'm going to talk about all that in my vlogs, which you'll get to see at some point, but I am finally going to talk about my birthday this year and the lead up and all that jazz. If you're new here, hello, welcome. I tend to make a video every year about my birthday, either the actual day itself or the lead up, or just how I felt overall, because I've always had sort of a birthday anxiety, or I don't know, something that's just a little bit triggering about my birthday. And so I like to talk about it because I find it therapeutic usually, because usually I film it beforehand, but in this case I didn't have a chance to. So I'm just going to talk about sort of the lead up and the day itself and how it all went. It's quite glary outside, so I'm sorry if I'm like squinting. I feel like I should be wearing sunglasses, but bear with. Usually I start to get nervous, I would say about a month before my birthday, that I start to feel those jitters. And this year I was incredibly busy, sort of in the lead up of me coming to Australia. And so I genuinely didn't have time to process anything. Like, I had no time to process going to Italy, I had no time to process coming here, and then I had no time to process my birthday. And it was only sort of 5 or 6 days before that I started to like realize that it was my birthday this week. And I did have a bit of a like, oh my gosh, I haven't even thought about it moment. But actually, like, I wasn't as bad as I normally am. And I think in part that's because I didn't have as long of a build up. I feel like that really helped. And then in part, I am really looking forward to this coming year in terms of like my birthday year. I really like the number I've turned. It's a very satisfying number for me. And I really like sort of all the things I've got planned for the year ahead. And the things I don't have planned, but that I'm hoping will be achieved in the coming year. And also to be able to celebrate it here with my family for the first time in I think 6 years is also really lovely, and that helped as well, I think. And really, like, it was only, I would say, at 10 o'clock on the 18th of October in the evening that I was like, oh my gosh, like I haven't even given myself any time to think about the past year I've had, which is one thing that I like to do. It does contribute to the anxiety, but it also feels something I need to do, because I'm like, I'm never going to be that age again, and I want to acknowledge it and give it its time and, you know, appreciate what I've accomplished in that year. And I've had a really good year. Like, I've really felt very confident and happy this year. And I feel like I finally sort of settled a bit and found my place, which is so nice. And so I don't want to sort of wash that away and forget about it, because I'm looking forward to the next year, you know? But that being said, this year, my birthday fell pretty close to the Jewish New Year and to the day we have called Yom Kippur, which is like the final day where you reflect on your past year and you like atone for all your sins and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's a very deep and meaningful and reflection kind of day anyway. So I'd kind of already done that. I just hadn't done it in association with my age, I suppose. But I did feel happy, I think, with like the transition this year. I was awake at midnight, although I was the only one awake, but it was strange to be like, happy birthday to me. But then I suppose that's how it's been the last few years, I think. Definitely last year. Last year my mum was there with me, which was great, but she'd just flown in from Australia, so she was exhausted, so she didn't stay up. Because I think she'd literally flown in that day, like the 18th of October. I think. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so that was the lead up. And then the day itself, it was a Saturday, which was also really weird. And not just was it a Saturday, which is Shabbat, so I can't use my phone and stuff like that. But on top of that, the 3 days before had also been Chag, a Jewish holiday. So the days before, I also like hadn't been in touch with anyone. It was really, really weird. The only good thing was that by the time Shabbat ended here, people were just waking up in the UK, so I could still receive the messages there, like on time as they came through, which was nice. But it was really weird to be like quite secluded from the world as it was my birthday and becoming my birthday. But anyway, the day itself, we had a lovely big brunch with all the family, which was really nice. And then we played some family games, which to be honest, we tend to do anyway on Shabbat, but it was nice to do, especially for my birthday, and a game that I actually enjoyed. To be fair, I usually enjoy the games once we start playing them, but I don't like learning new games, so it was nice to just go back to a comfort game. And I actually think we ended up winning as well, so that was good. We were in teams of 2, and I won with my brother. And then my friends came round, and I'd sort of sent a message just before Chag to say, hey, it's my birthday on Saturday. If anyone wants to pop in between these hours, it would be lovely to see you. And so different people dropped in and out, and it was just really lovely Some of these people I'd not seen in a very long time and I wasn't expecting to see. And it was so nice. It was so, so nice. It was towards the end, I was like, oh, I wish I'd kind of made it a little bit shorter, but it was still nice. And actually my parents sort of came and chatted to people as well. So that helped me not feel all the pressure and the burden on me. But it was really, really lovely. And also what helped was that most of the time there was more than one person. So there was like at least a three-way potential for conversation, which I prefer. I find it really hard to be one-on-one with people. And then they all left, we had a quick supper, and then Shabbat was out, so I checked all my messages and everything. And then we went bowling, which is very much my birthday tradition. I don't know if you've picked up on it or if I've mentioned it over the years, but every year, except maybe last year, maybe I didn't go last year because I was on the ship, so I wouldn't have had a chance to, I think. But almost every year I try to go bowling on my birthday. And whether it's with friends or family or a singular friend, like I try and make it happen. And this year we went with the family and that was really lovely. I didn't do very well, but I had a lot of fun. So overall, it was actually probably one of the smoothest birthdays I've had. It was really, really nice to get to spend it with my family. I think that was something that, I hadn't even realized it had been so long since I'd been with my family for my birthday. And it was just really nice to have that. And I feel good. I feel really positive about this coming year. I have hopes, and I hope that they happen, and I hope that it's going to be a good year. That's all from me. Thank you for listening to me yap on about my birthday, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!